That was. That's take. Fuck. All right, cut the closers.
Yeah, and I didn't break. It's your boy E.Mays coming in live from
Hyper Club
Radio. As always, we are so happy to have you here. I'm your boy E.Mays. To my left is that boy Riq Tha Closer.
Exactly.
And Yari's not here today.
Yeah, he's sick.
Anyway. As always, we are your closers. We are so happy. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us. You really got to start making better decisions.
Have to.
It's the middle of the day and you're watching this. Thank you. Please.
It's probably like 3 a.m. too.
That's right, 3 a.m., 5 a.m.
Go to sleep. No, but finish the episode first.
Yeah.
Last episode.
Or just put us on a playlist of all the episodes. Go to sleep and just watch all the episodes. We just need the views. Exactly. Like, we need the viewership. We need to watch ours. But thank you again. We appreciate you. We are your closers. Bringing the hilarity, funny stories, and just overall what it's like being a server of color in a fine dining atmosphere world in the South.
Yeah.
As always, we're going to get right to the meat and potatoes. My boy, how was your last shift?
I didn't even think about that before. I should have been thinking about that, but I'm remembering now. Last shift was fucking trash.
Your last shift was trash?
Saturday
Was trash?
So we had it's supposed to be 200 on the books.
Yeah.
And we ended up only...
it was 180, 190?
And I think it's 170 or something like that.
It did feel.
But it was the slowest 200 I've ever... the chef...
Yeah.
He was like, yo, this is the slowest
Saturday.
199. I'm like, bro, what the fuck's going on? And then, I don't know if it's the economy or whatever. It's probably the economy. Yeah. Everybody was trash.
Yeah.
They weren't spending bread, bro.
Yeah. I can't even lie, bro. I remember Saturday night. It was slow creep all night. And at one point I looked up and, normally you go, oh my God, what time is it? And you go, oh God, it's only 8:30. Yeah. I literally looked up and said, oh shit, it's 8:30?
And what
tonight's over.
What did we do?
What did we do? What did I do? What money? I was like, it worked out even. I mean, it worked out well. I was with our boy. I was with LA's brother. Yeah. So it was straight, but I ain't gonna lie. We crashed and burned for a little minute. Yeah. We went into a tailspin. Yeah. The tank came up to me and he was like, everything good? I said, that moment when you want to lie? You're like, I'm fine. And then he's like, everything good? I said, I'm good. He's like, is everything good? I said, we're in a tailspin, but we're pulling out of it right now.
He had to ask you 3 times.
Man, he did like this. And I was like, all right, we're kind of in a tailspin, but we're pulling it together.
We're going to get it. We're going to get it together.
And we did. People,
that's good.
Yeah.
I saw your section.
Yeah, I can't even lie, but for good 2.5 hours, I had this one table just sitting open. And I was just like...
See, that's what I'm saying, bro. On a Saturday night,
I was expecting
we are supposed to be booming and people are supposed to be spending bread. But I guess right now with what's going on, you know what I'm saying? People who aren't broke are starting to, use those broke mentalities.
Yes.
Right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I think the biggest problem we're going to have economically right now is people who got the bread, who is it's not that big of a difference right now. But they're just afraid, so they start spending less. That's what we're gonna have to deal with.
Yeah.
So we really gonna need this fucking no tax on tip shit.
Oh yeah, bad.
We need this no tax on tip shit for sure. Because
the disband IRS.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Get them out of here.
I don't even do my. I haven't done. I'm supposed to do my tax. I have to do my taxes today. I need to do that.
Oh yeah, I gotta do it too.
Yeah,
I gotta go to professional this time. I got you.
Bro. Use my lady, bro.
All right, yeah. All right, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. But
sure.
I do
you some bread
straight up because that is true. I feel like I'm starting to notice that. Not starting to notice that. I'm noticing that as well.
Yeah,
they're not over tipping. I could tell there's a certain level of eating responsibly.
Yes.
Now
they're eating responsibly.
I was like, wow.
You know how many tables went straight to entrees, bro?
Bruh.
I was like, what the fuck you mean? Like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? You don't want to try
larger
this
tables too.
Yes,
I was like,
what are
6
y'all
people
talking
just gonna
about?
go like, y'all are just gonna eat these couple slices of bread? Or like their appetizers now is like just the calamad. I just like saying that. Like calamad. Calamad.
Calamari?
Whenever I hear like Italians say, you ever watch a movie that
They say
give me some of the
calamari?
calamad? I'm like,
I've
calamari?
never.
No?
No.
All right, you gotta watch Sopranos. Maybe those aren't good Italians, but you gotta watch the Sopranos.
That's not good to talk. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, they're not ordering appetizers right now.
They're not ordering appetizers. They're like, you could like certain people at the table, like you're not gonna get a woman to order like a huge steak or something like that.
Right.
But I'm starting to notice like men are ordering more fish. Like women will do fish off rip, and the guys will do like, oh, let me get a 12 ounce of this or 16 ounce. I'm starting to notice like I'll just do the 12 ounce like strip, which is still decently sized.
fine.
That's fine. But then they'll do like I'll do the 8 ounce fillet, or like you know what, I'll get her fish.
I'll get the sea bass.
The sea bass. I'm like,
What the fuck?
what?
Or I'll get the fucking salmon. And I'm like, bro, there's no fucking way that you fucking came all the way out to a steakhouse
To get the
to
salmon.
order salmon. You can make the salmon
At home.
for like a third of the price.
Yeah.
A third of the price.
Fucking
You are coming
without a
out
doubt.
to eat overpriced salmon, which is still like extremely cheap
Yeah.
compared to what the fuck. But why are you going out to eat overpriced salmon?
Yeah.
It's literally like, what can you do with salmon?
Honestly, you can do a lot, but it doesn't change the flavor of salmon at
Exactly.
all. Salmon is the same
It's
flavor.
It's a salmon dish.
all through. It's all through.
Don't go to
There's
a
gonna be
steakhouse and
rice.
order fucking salmon, you weirdo.
There's gonna be rice. There's gonna be some type of sauce.
Some type of sauce.
That's it. There's usually
Yes.
and maybe a vegetable. Sometimes it's salmon and a vegetable,
Yeah.
but most of the time it's just salmon or rice, because you need a carb, and then a sauce.
Yeah. And sometimes, well, used to, you know what I mean,
Little crab.
little crab,
shrimp.
put something on there, yeah.
But those are like special days, and like
Right.
even then, I'm still like, you don't want to do that.
Yeah,
Unless
no.
it's like the king salmon, then it's kind of like, hey, bro, do that. You don't get that often.
Anybody who asks me, like, how's the salmon? I'm like, it's salmon. Because I know you're a cheap bitch, first off. Don't come to my fucking... Nah. Because
I love the salmon too.
because I've had my mom, because she doesn't eat steak, so she has obviously had like seafood.
It's like seafood, yeah.
You know what I mean? So she, I don't know if she had the salmon or not.
Your mom's a part of the problem.
She's not a part of the
There's like
problem.
9 other fish on here, bro. I do be like, I can't lie. I do be like, when we sit there, I'm like, nah, you should. I go, I can make salmon at home, and I always look at them. And I like, well, you know what I like to do? I'm like, he brought you out here.
Bruh.
Get something you want.
Anytime they ask me about any other, ask me about my favorite steak, ask me about, I'll talk my fucking head off. I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a center cut, less movement, which means it's more tender, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? You talk to me about some fucking fish, nigga. I'm like, yeah, that's good.
It's alright. I mean,
we got some shit we can fillet for you.
yeah.
You
wanna try that?
That one's fine.
That's just fine.
That's $75.
Exactly. It better be fire.
It's fire. That shit. It's like, I'm like, oh yeah, I mean that's good, but you ever had this?
Yep.
That $75 fish
Yep.
right there. That one is phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Oh, I love selling them.
The
I'd
fuck
be pushing the fuck out of the little cakes. I'd be like,
Yeah.
some of the best in the city.
in the fucking southeast.
Yeah, exactly.
In the
They're like,
south.
really?
These
I'd be like,
bitches-
oh, you definitely got to do that because
Yeah.
that's $65. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Oh, yeah. Bro,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
bro, I don't even know. Like, you can get crab cakes anywhere in the city,
Yeah, but they're not.
but
that
they're
fire.
not fire.
They're not fire.
Ours
Like,
are fire, but they $30 a fucking crab cake.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a hard $32, $34.
$30 a crab cake.
But it's worth it because it's
worth it.
really good.
It's fire. No,
and
for real.
No, and for real. And then like I know we make the jokes and stuff like that, but like it's easy to get lost in the idea like, oh, the server is price gouging me. Like, oh, they want a bigger tip and everything. Like, I mean, yeah, of course. But like once you get to a certain level of like serving, you're not really dealing with someone that's gonna. There are some that will gouge you, but you know they're gouging you. Have you tried our $700 meal? Like, okay, all right.
Yeah. So it's a Ford top, but we're gonna sell you this fucking
Just fucking platter of meat.
Platter of steaks.
I know that you're here for your 6-year-old's birthday, but you know what he would love? A porterhouse, just to gnaw on the bone.
A porterhouse, maybe a New York strip, also 12-ounce filet. This is for the table. There's 3 of you.
Yeah. And if you want to get funky, we can throw some Kobe on that too.
Yeah, we can throw some Wagyu.
Some Wagyu, and we'll slice that up real nice.
Absolutely.
He's
insane.
10, but don't you want to show him the
It's insane.
finer things in life?
Bro, there's people who come in.
They're
know what I'm talking about.
They're
They
a
said-
wonderful family.
They are a wonderful family.
family.
And every single time they get like a 6-ounce fucking
Filet with fries for their granddaughter.
6-ounce filet of Wagyu, not American, of Japanese Wagyu.
That is
600, no, that's
$40?
Yes, 45 an ounce.
it's $45 an ounce.
And they get 6 ounces. So
Yeah.
that is literally $270.
And one time I watched the girl, like, you ever seen what she eats as an appetizer sometimes when they're feeling really funky?
Yeah.
Fucking caviar. That
Caviar.
little girl eats a caviar by
Little
herself.
girl, bro, there's no way that girl doesn't marry like a fucking either
fund
she
manager.
never gets married or she marries like some famous person's kid or some shit.
You know what will also be funny?
Like extremely rich, just like filth, like a prince or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
But you know,
like,
those would be
that
the,
person
she
will
would be
let
the
down.
girl that would marry the farmer.
Just
Like just a guy that she met in high school that was just so nice to her.
Right.
Like, and the thing is, you're just like, and he is fucking trailer. He is
Dude.
Eminem broke.
Yeah.
Like Eminem was the brokest white guy I ever seen in my life. Like, think about it. Name another poor white person. Eminem. You just totally think of Eminem. You saw 8 Mile.
Eminem, yeah.
Yeah, it's the poorest white person I've ever seen in my life.
It was struggling, bro. He was struggling.
Bro, walking in on his mom, getting done up on the couch in a trailer.
Yeah. But there's a lot of trailer parks.
That's wild.
We don't need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Why am I going to talk about?
All right, but
I'm going to talk about the Po Whites.
the
right
Po
now.
Whites. There's exciting whites and there's Po Whites.
Pokies. I'm sorry.
Brokey.
Brokey
All
Pokies.
right, but we're gonna get of course, welcome to the show. This is how we do.
Yeah, man.
But as we talked about, like not experiencing the cheapness of the economy and stuff like that, we'll double back around to what we've noticed and right here, John Oliver. If anyone's familiar,
John
with that,
Oliver.
last week tonight did a whole little segment on tipping society now.
Tipping culture, yeah.
Tipping culture and how it's gotten out of control. And he did the whole explanation. He did a really good experiment as well where, or not him, but like someone did an experiment. He brought up an experiment that someone did where they showed guests or a control group a menu that would say at the bottom, please tip your server 15%. Normal prices, like $9 burger, like what, $13, $14 burger.
Yeah.
Right? Then they also showed them a menu where they didn't ask them to tip. They just told them the tip was already written into the price of the food. Motherfuckers sat there and said the menu that had the tips written in was too expensive.
Like overwhelmingly, everybody
Prefer to go to
the one that you voluntarily tip.
Yeah.
Versus the one where tips not allowed, and
they say-
the 15% is in the price of the food.
You tip me 15 fucking percent on anything now in 2025. We got like I must have pissed on your table.
Yeah, I must have pissed on your table for
Or
real.
like,
I took a shit on your table.
Yeah. Or you caught me looking at your girl. Like,
Yeah, something
you know,
like
like
that.
the look down like, hey,
Yeah.
no one told her this.
Yeah.
It's like
No, because it's not 15%.
no.
It's 20%.
It's 20% because especially if you're going to a place like WeWork or any other place that are along our style,
Yeah.
we provide a certain level of service. And I think this is something that comes back to everyone's cool paying $80 for a steak that is maybe,
Literally worth 30.
no, you can go to Sam's, Costco, even
yeah.
a butcher and get at least 2 to 3 steaks for the same price you pay for one.
Less.
What?
We mark
2 packs.
Yeah, but I'm about to say, bruh, if you go to a butcher, if you go to man, you know how much, bro? Did you? Okay. Side note, you can get like a quarter cow,
Oh yeah, for like $500.
$500. You know how long it would take you to eat a quarter cow? You would have
You'd have to ground the meat. You'd have burgers, you'd have steaks, you'd have stew, you'd have...
Bro, for you and your fucking family.
You could feed them for like a month.
A year? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Do you know how much a quarter cow is, bro? Throw that bitch in your fucking deep freezer. That's all you need for a year.
Be like, what are we gonna make this weekend? Just go into the fucking like freezer. Shit,
we still got some chuck.
We still got this shank here. Like,
oh damn! Did we eat that strip loin? The whole fucking
loin?
15. Do you know how many 15 pounds
of meat?
Meat. That's just that's like this big, bro. We're talking about a quarter cow.
Yeah,
that's bro, like $500 for a quarter cow, bro. That's literally all right. Whatever. We get back on. We get back on.
That. Like, like even right now, I'm thinking like, that seems very cost effective.
It's extremely cost effective for sure.
And because again, people have no like I always say, like people have no problem paying for like at the club. $300 bottle.
Oh, we're gonna get to that too.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. Or like, okay, we'll get to that part. But no one has a problem, and I get it. Convenience. You're getting it cooked for you, provide a certain level of ambiance. Where you're also paying for a level of service.
Yeah.
Like making sure that if I go out, I want a couple things. I want steak to be cooked correctly. I don't want my service like bullshitting me. I just want my drinks filled and all of that. So I have no problem.
Yeah.
But people always have a problem when you got to take care of the person that took care of you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Is wild to me.
It's crazy.
It makes no sense. Like, you're taking care of the business. Like, you will pay the business. Cool. But the motherfucker sitting in front of you is the one that you'll just be like, I had to ask you for water. That's what they'll sit there and just say to you. I didn't really like my drink.
That's crazy. You drank
the drink, which is fine.
You drank half of it.
You drank it, and I asked,
yeah, exactly.
How's everything? Oh, everything's fine. But then at the end, you're like,
no, you just don't want to tip,
which is not okay. But I prefer you to say that. Like, also, don't tell me that at the beginning, because then I'm gonna be, we're at bet.
I won't. I wish, man. Okay, so that gets back to the problem that. If you are, the federal minimum wage is $7.25.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. But if you are a tipped worker, meaning if you take home more than $30 a month in tips, you're considered a tipped worker.
Yeah. $30 in tips. I don't know what that
a month.
A month, which is crazy. Which is the bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
That means half the time that means most months don't have 30 days. That means you got less than $1 every day.
Yeah.
Most months don't have 30 days. I mean, not most months, but
most months have 30 days, yeah.
So, like, that means $1 a day, maybe. 31 days, $31.
Fuck. Okay. That's crazy. So you get $213. If you're a tipped worker, you can be paid the sub
minimum wage?
Sub minimum wage, which is $213, which is what we get as servers, right?
Even in a major metropolitan city like Atlanta,
right?
Which is also still kind of nuts.
Insane. Yeah, and they did that in 1991. 1991. It's been $213 for tipped workers
for going on.
Yeah.
30-something years. 34?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, 34 years out of 35.
Yeah. It's kind of fucking ridiculous.
Kinda?
But either way, what I'm trying to say is there's people who have this, I'm only going to tip this amount, or I don't want to tip, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's a certain type of people. You got the church people. They're only going to tip you 10%. One of the reasons why I don't work on fucking Saturdays.
God 15%.
Yeah, it's like tied to something. I don't pay God more than 10%. Why would I pay you?
Yeah.
Well, because I need to pay my fucking bills.
Yeah. And also, sometimes like, fuck it, violence. I'd be like, because God's not here to save you. That's why he's here to save you.
I remember somebody was given like a fucking, like a card that was like, you know what I mean? This is your tip. Find Jesus. Yeah, it's like that shit's crazy, bro. I would get up and you remember Giuseppe?
Yeah.
Nobody knows who the fuck that is.
No one knows.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no one knows.
That motherfucker, bro, he was nuts. Yeah, he chased.
I was there that night. Somebody out.
I was there that night. I wasn't working there yet. I was outside though.
And you saw him. Oh, you saw the.
I was valeting.
Oh, I saw that motherfucker leave, and I said, "Is he leaving?"
He left and came up to me, and Buddy was standing there, and I'm just hearing about it. I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm supervising the valet, so I'm, you know what I'm saying, at the box, whatever. And Buddy comes out, then Giuseppe comes out, and he gotta just like stand next to me, and he was like, "Oh yeah, man, how's your fucking night going, huh?" And I was like, "That was pretty good." And I was like, "How's yours?" And he's like, but it was pretty fucking shit. I just got fucking stiffed, right? Some shit like that, right? Right? And Buddy that is giving me the ticket, who was Giuseppe's party, is a big ass nigga, right? Like he's huge, bro. I'm telling you, like 6'5", from 6'5" to 6'8", but like stocky big motherfucker with his fucking with his group of kids who are also like 6'2", and just fucking people. Big people, right? Giuseppe people. is maybe 5'6", 5'7".
Yeah.
Squirrely looking, seems like he does a lot of cocaine. But
twitchy
motherfucker. But I'm not saying he does cocaine. I'm just saying he's a twitchy motherfucker, like Italian guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like a Bro, come out and he's like, "Yeah, man, but I got stiffed," and like looks at Buddy. You know, I'm like, "Oh shit," because Buddy just handed me a $20 bill to get his fucking car. Our valet fee is only $2, by the way.
Yeah.
And the average tip is usually $5 for valet. So it's usually like $7 that is given to the valet per fucking car. This guy, the table that Giuseppe had, hands me a 20 in front of Giuseppe while he's like, "Oh yeah, but I got stiffed." Looking at him. Now he's like, so that's what you do? This is Giuseppe. Giuseppe says that shit to Buddy. So that's what you do? You know, this is my fucking job, blah, blah, blah. Like, gets all into Buddy's face. And I'm like, "Oh shit, man, that shit's." But it was so disrespectful.
That's hella disrespectful. Like, nah, bro.
And then you fucking hand a 20 to your valet? That's crazy. He got fired for it. Giuseppe got fired for that.
He got fired for? Is that? I thought he left.
I ain't seen him after that. I don't know. I don't know exactly why he got fired, but I know he was in a lot of fucking trouble.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of trouble. You can't do that. Even though I wish you could.
You should be able
I have chased out a couple tables. I'm not going to lie. I've done it.
I've watched you do that.
And I told him, I said, "Fuck it. I don't give a fuck about this goddamn job. I'll go out there. If you're going to fucking disrespect me like that." Matter of fact, I've given people money back when they've left me like $2 or some shit. I'm like, "Oh, yeah, you can keep this, bro. You broke ass bitch, you need this." But and then I've also, chased out a table and been like, "Hey, was everything okay? Like, how was your service?" And then when they're caught off guard now because they're like, "Oh, damn, did I not do this person right?"
Yeah. And I also think, and I've done that too. Kind of just like, "Hey, everything good?" Like, and he's like, "Yeah, everything's straight." And I was like, "All right."
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. You have to make sure you be confused.
Yeah.
Give it a very confused look. Because then it was like, and then sometimes you get that person to make you feel bad. They're like, "Oh, did my wife not fucking tip you right?" And I'm like,
bro, I had a dude.
Shit.
I had a dude. It was his birthday. Him and his wife came in. This was months ago. This is before we even started doing this. And his wife paid. I grabbed the check. Everything cool. Have a great night. She starts getting up to leave. I grabbed grabbed the book. I walk back. I look at it. 10%. And their bill was like
a lot.
400, something like that.
Yeah.
And he got up. She walked away. He got up. He looked at me, and he saw a look at my face, and he's like, he asked me, he's like, "Hey man, come over here." My man told me, he's like, "My wife doesn't tip anybody more than 10%. I tell her all the time, but that's just her thing. Maybe took out the cash and handed me cash to make it right. He's like,
fuck yeah, bro.
He said, my bad about that. She just does not. He said she's been doing that since we were dating.
Oh fuck! I couldn't date a person like that.
I couldn't.
Yeah, because I think that's a very like you're a piece you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's a very telling thing about your personality.
Yes.
For me, like how you treat people that service you, like or take care of you, that tells me a lot about how you are as a person.
For sure.
Because my biggest thing is like I don't see the point in lying to people about what I do. Because we talk about it all the time. I'm like, hey man, outside, like I make less than you, but I work a shitload less than. I make less than you, but I also work less than you. Yeah, and I'm still
able to do my own things on my own time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, this.
Yes.
If someone makes, I will. Hey, charge it. Yeah, I'd love to make $15,000 more, but charge it. I get some freedom. I don't have that. I have a very much better work-life balance because the minute that table leaves, my stress is gone.
Yes.
You got to do that report that's due on Monday. And you may be in here on Saturday night, but you're thinking about that report. All I'm going is, I'm off the next 2 days. Mm-hmm. I'm about to chill.
And I don't have to do anything in the morning. I can get up and do my business like I did today. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Your business this morning.
Me and my brother have a fucking business, and we were able to do that. He has a job. Yeah. So he just had a baby. I just had my first nephew. Oh. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah.
Congrats.
But he's still he's off right now, just because that paternity leave, I guess, since if your wife has a kid, they give you like a couple days off the job. like an
extended weekend. They give you like a President's Day weekend. Exactly. I didn't know this. So I was like, I'll be back on Tuesday.
We had to do some things. We had to handle some things today. But yeah, I have that flexibility. And then tonight I'm going to go in and work for maybe 4.5 hours on a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday, so if that long.
And maybe make, you know what I mean, $320, probably like that. Yep. Something like around there.
And walk
That's my average on Tuesdays.
Yeah, and then walk out and be like, cool.
Yeah.
And tomorrow I'll get up, say, I did
do my workout, fucking morning shit, like whatever you want to do.
Dogs,
but the only thing I do hate is the Saturday night. It's like, it'd be cool to go out on a Saturday night.
Yeah, giving up the weekend does suck. It does suck. But at the same time, once you work in this industry, you think about what you would do on a Saturday.
I would just spin bread. I would just be spinning bread.
And then at the same time, it'd be like, and also you ever had that thought, you're like, the people that work, I'm like, these motherfuckers wouldn't even take good enough care of me. Yeah. Which I understand. I understand the shit tip every once in a while. But if someone's taking care of you, fucking tip.
It's a 20%, bro. Just 20%.
If you plan this, if you're already spending $550, an extra $100 isn't going to put you in gonna I'm gonna miss my payments. Then you shouldn't have came out here.
Yeah, don't go out there. You know what I mean?
Don't go.
And then you got places that do the automatic gratuity,
which I love.
It's just a great thing.
But also in certain aspects, in certain places like our type of places, I don't know if they do it.
Yeah, because we have clientele who have been
that are not groomed. I don't want to say it, but no. They're educated and they are diners. They dine out. They do this thing.
Exactly.
Where I don't think necessarily they have a problem, but I think they'd also kind of be like, oh, this came out of nowhere. But it's like the system of it but then also we do deal with a certain clientele that don't really believe the system applies to them.
Yes.
Which is kind of like, I understand, but it's like if it's kind of like when you're the star student. Why the fuck am I getting group detention? I don't do nothing.
Right.
But also it's one of those, I gotta broad stroke for the rest of you niggas. We got to make sure everyone is doing the same thing. So for me, shit, man, I ain't got a problem with it. But the only problem I have is when you go to other places that aren't up to that type of snuff, that just phone it in. Mm-hmm. Or you start noticing hey, bitch, what the fuck? I went to a place and I got a drink and legitimately the drink tasted tasted bad. Yeah. I was like, no, I like rum. And they're like, oh, well, I said something.
You bought it.
You bought it basically well, these are all the ingredients. I was like, yeah, all these ingredients taste good together. This tastes like shit. Yeah. I was like, I've drinking all of these things before. All these things are good. There is something wrong with this drink here.
With this one.
With this one.
Drink it. Drink mine.
Exactly. Try the soup. Like, no spoon. And she just looked at me. I said, all right, cool, whatever. I was like, you know what? That's bullshit. I was like, in my mind, I was like, I'm not telling you to take it off. I just want you to remake it. This tastes like shit.
Yeah.
And it was one of them lounges that I knew I was just like.
Those lounges are fucked.
Just one of those, like, they don't care. And I think that's where it also stems from, what the fuck?
Oh, man. Okay, so let's get over that part. Yeah, so the tipping culture.
Yeah, tipping culture is
it's
getting a little out of hand.
Getting out of hand because you're getting tips. You're trying to ask for tips at a fucking, like, a sandwich place.
Yeah.
And all you're doing is telling somebody else to make the fucking sandwich. That is always already going to make the fucking
like heating
sandwich.
it up, and it's like, oh, we put it in our toaster oven. My boy, that's a microwave.
Yeah.
But it's underneath the thing. If it's a toaster oven, you have it behind you.
Yeah.
And
like the fucking people at Subway, cool. You're making my sandwich.
Yeah, I'll give you
$1 or $2. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's not like on their fucking iPad though, where it's like 15, 20%, 25%. No, it's like they have a fucking tip jar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll give you a little tip. I'll give you a fucking tip because you make my fucking sandwich right, and I watch you do it.
I'm not giving you $3.48. I'm not doing that.
But if it's something fucking, like, you know what does that? Woody's. You remember Woody's?
Yeah.
Woody's, bro. It's like.
Woody's do be Woody's. I'll throw a tip, but I'm hoping that it goes to the motherfucker that just chopped up the
shit. Yeah.
Like just you hope it goes to you. But at the same time, every once in a while I see 15, 20. I'd be like, why do you have so many high percentages?
Bro, they want tips for everything, my nigga.
I was like, that's kind of crazy.
Like, dog, I'm surprised McDonald's haven't asked for tip.
Yeah. Like
fast food,
like, you know, like when you go and do like Chipotle or like the poke bowl things. I'm a little weirded out by tipping that too, but I get it. Like you were mixing it, but I'm like, you're not working that hard.
Yeah. There's I used to work at a frozen yogurt place.
Yeah.
John Oliver talked about that shit too.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I was making like 15. I was making like $8.50 an hour.
Yeah.
And they would give me like a tip in a jar.
Yeah. That you all just kind of dispersed amongst each other.
Yeah, there was just two people working. There was two people working in the fucking shop.
Yeah.
So the whole time. So I was like, yeah.
In there, split between
it was $30 today. That day. It was 15 each. Cool,
whatever.
Yeah. Now you get your own frozen yogurt. Sprinkle your shit on there. Do all the shit that you want on your frozen yogurt.
Tip, like,
and then you check out that $8 and now, all right, well, 15% or 20% or 25% tip. Like, what the fuck? What am I tipping you for?
And the thing, you know, is also the fucked up thing is like, as a server, you know, you recline tips, but sometimes you feel like a dick, but you're going, that doesn't make sense.
Yes.
You're like,
I succumb.
Yeah, you will tip and you're like, and then like people will look at you like, why'd you tip? You're like,
I don't know, man.
It's my job.
I'm like, maybe they need this.
I mean, it's only $1.58. Like,
yeah, that's the only reason I do it, bro, because I fucking do it.
Yes.
I do it, and that's what I'm saying. Like, anytime I see that 15, 20, 25%, I'm like, fuck.
And it says,
Moe's does it.
Moses on crack.
I swear to God, Moe's never used to do that shit.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You just paid the shit.
And
you got it
moving, yeah.
And they still say welcome to Moe's.
Yeah.
Every time you come in that bitch, right? Now, I went into Moe's the other day with my shorty. Like, they didn't say a fucking thing. They made the same fucking burrito, Moe's Monday, that it always has been. And now you have
I was in college. Moe's Monday has always been a thing.
Yeah, you have an 18%, 20, 22%. Those are the three options you have.
It doesn't even give you
You can hit other and be no, but that you can say no.
Yeah, but then
you know what I mean?
I short circuit when I have to hit no. Like I have to really justify to myself.
What did they do to me? Where I'm like, I'm not gonna tip this fucking person.
Like he wasn't an asshole. He was kind of nice. You start making up excuses for him. You're like, I mean, well, he is behind the register.
I guess I gotta fucking tip this guy. You know what? I'm gonna do him 15. I'm gonna do him 15% though. I'm not fucking doing 18.
Doing 25. You're crazy.
You're fucking crazy. This makes no sense.
If it's like $1, if it's less than $2, I'll do it.
Yeah,
like, I'll be like, cool. But as soon as it gets to like 3, I'll be like, whoa.
And you know what's even crazier though?
What?
When they want you to donate to some other fucking thing, like that shit. If there's 2 prompts before I'm able to pay my fucking my tab, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to donate to Fucking, I don't even want to say anything fucked up.
Save the animals. You're gonna say St. Jude's. Fuck St. Jude's,
Bro, because we're about to get so fucking if I said if you want to donate to kids with cats, and I'm like fuck them kids, bro, we would get canceled immediately. But okay, obviously that's a joke. There's a joke. Like donate to what's a stupid fucking thing that people get. We have to
homeless animals. I don't know. Like,
all right, yeah, cool.
You need that. That's nice. I don't know what's up. I'm like,
I don't know, man. But I'm going to tell you, I don't want to say what it actually is. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's
man.
No, we should save the trees, though. You know what my point is? I don't think those companies ever see that money.
No, they don't, bro.
I don't believe that.
It's a scam.
Yeah.
It's a scam. And you know what? I don't even think the fucking people at the job that we're tipping for
ever see that money either.
I think they get a percentage of that tip.
Oh, but they're not seeing all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No, you're not.
And because also the other thing is kind of like, they always say, like, when you get tables that give you cash tips, oh, you prefer cash? Yes, absolutely. I don't want to pay taxes on it.
Absolutely.
Because if we tip on the card, it gets taxed. So
yes.
the $1.68 I gave you turns out to be maybe $1.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I'm like, so what the fuck is the point of that? Because, again, like I said, $1 a day, I've never heard anyone say, no one's ever gone, this is the last $5 that I needed to be a millionaire.
Right.
And you gave it to me.
Do you know
what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, so in John Oliver's thing, he interviewed like a server, and most places we don't tip out on our sales. We tip out of our actual tips.
Yeah.
We tip out a percentage of our tips.
Yeah,
that we made.
A
lot of places tip out a percentage of their sales.
Yeah, which is crazy. So if you have a shit tip night, but like had like $4,000 in sales.
Yeah,
but you didn't get.
But you didn't get
4% of the $4,000.
You were actually paying.
Yeah, to work. That's a.
You're paying.
Stripper shit is that?
No, because people, if you say if you stiff somebody, say if fucking you tip out 5% of your sales, and that 5%, 5 to 8% of your sales or whatever, that 5 to 8% goes to your the other tipped employee. Like that's like your server assistant or hostess or fucking like food runner and shit like that, right? Say you get stiffed by this table. That was $500, and they spent $500, and they don't pay you anything, and that was your table for that night.
Yeah, that was the best table you had all night. Yeah. Which a lot of these places that go through that do. But she's in Michigan, and you could tell like where she was. I was like, "There's no."
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, you're not.
Steakhouses.
Yeah, you're not like in that area. No, fucking no. You're like no.
Like
you're not in Grand Rapids.
Texas Roadhouse is the highlight of that fucking town.
And then you have to pay. You have to tip out. You got $0. You have to pay 5% to $500.
And there's no money to.
That's
take
$25 from your pocket.
Yeah, you're paying. You paid the work that
you're
night.
paying to work. And it's like, dog, y'all gotta start tipping motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
Y'all don't understand. Like, you might be like, oh yeah, 25% is a lot, but 25% make sure that your server actually gets about 15%.
Yeah, because but you factor in taxes, and you never know how much their tip out is. And I think a lot of people have to stop looking around and be like, because our GM says this to us. He was like, people will look around and be like, well, that table must be spending like $700. We just spent $500, and then that table must be spending $2,000.
And they're gonna sit and they're gonna get sat at the same table like five times.
And you're
like, no, that does not happen.
You've been here for an hour
and a half, and you haven't left yet. You're gonna sit here because you're a piece of shit. You're not gonna let me get another table because you're a piece of shit. And then, okay, but continue.
And then they also forget, like, they just look around, they're like, oh, this table, like, nah, bro, that table's like a family with a grandmother and a toddler who is eating butter noodles, which is $6. The old lady's going to eat the fish I just talked you out of that I cannot talk her out of because she ain't got no teeth. And then the husband and wife, they're going to split a salad. The wife might have some of the dad's steak.
Yeah. Oh my God, that fucking kills me, bro.
Because again,
why are you going?
Why did we go out?
Why?
Because I could have. Like, that's when you look at your...
This could have been in an email. I'm just kidding.
I love you. Yes. I would love to go out to dinner when you are hungry.
Absolutely, bro. That shit's fucking...
That shit
it's ridiculous.
So retarded.
It's ridiculous.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, people are overestimating like grossly overestimating how
Grossly.
much you're gonna do in your section, and then justify that by why you're not tipping as much. So if you actually understood that I have a 5-table section, my 5 tables are not all gonna get sat at the same time.
Nope.
And each one of those tables are all not gonna have the number of people that each one of them can house. Can hold, I'm sorry.
Yeah, same.
So yeah, my 4-top, I have 5 4-tops. That might be a 2-top over there.
Yeah.
This might be a 2-top. This might be a 3-top. You might be the 4-top, and you're like looking around like, oh, that's still 5 tables. They're spending like $300. They're spending like $400, and you calculate it. He's making like $3,000 tonight. It's like,
bro, I be looking at people going, "Am I?" Because
if he does this 5 times, he's making $3,000 tonight.
I only make $1,800 a week.
Yeah.
I should take it out of him. Partner, what we
What
talking
are you
about?
doing, bro?
What are you doing?
Piece of
'Cause
shit.
Again, it does like we work in an industry where you never know. You could get a 2-top that spends $2,000
Yeah, you
because
can.
they got a $1,000 bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Like I've definitely had tables where the wine was the most expensive thing, and thank God because there's still people that don't tip on wine,
Yeah, there are people
which is
who do not tip
crazy
on
because
wine.
I'm
They'll tip
still
on the
pouring
bill.
that bitch.
Yeah, I'm presenting the wine. I'm pouring the wine the whole time.
Every time I walk up, make sure everyone got their shit.
I make
and
sure
they
I'm
keep it
polishing
moving.
your glasses, getting you new glassware for your wine. Like, why the fuck you
I'm
ain't tipping on the
talking
wine,
to you.
you
I'm
stupid
taking
bitch?
care of you. So this.
I don't understand that part. Why do
That's
people?
stupid.
We're gonna have to look into why people don't tip
Yeah,
on wine.
we
Where did that come from?
Because assholes. People look
Piece
for
of
a way
shit.
to just find a way
Yeah,
to get
yeah.
out
You
of
don't.
shit.
Yeah. We'll make it an industry standard. I think they made it an industry standard to not
Tip on the wine.
Don't
Why
tip
the
on
fuck
wine.
not?
It's like really old people too, like
Yeah.
old fucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I had the worst situation I ever had with that was I had a table order a $9,000 bottle of wine.
Screaming eagle.
Was it? Yes, it was the because our most expensive was like 10 grand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they ordered our 10 grand bottle of wine. I was like, oh my God. I was like, holy shit. Dude ordered it. They were doing a business. They celebrated something. It was amazing. I was a solo that night. That was the most I ever made in one night. I made almost $1,000 in one night. That's the most I ever made. And I was like, cool. And I should have made more, but someone else came and paid. And that motherfucker.
He didn't tip on the wine.
The wine was $10,000. Everything else, I think their entire bill after everything was like 11 or 12 grand. But the $10,000 was the wine. He tipped on everything else but the wine.
That's just fucking tragic.
And it was tragic, but you still got to realize I still made a lot of money off of them.
Yeah,
I made like
you made a lot. You made a lot of
I made a lot
off of the 2,000.
Yeah.
$2,000 tab. If you're solo, that means that
I mean, like
you should be getting
I think they tip like
500.
500-600.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But does anyone know what 20% of 12 grand is?
25.
25 fucking $100, bro. And I sat there.
2,400, but yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And the worst part is, fucking the next day, our guy came. He was just like, yeah, Earl, didn't get tipped on that shit though in front of everybody. And I just sat there.
In lineup.
Yeah, he said,
didn't tip on that shit though.
They didn't tip on that shit. Now did they? I said, nah.
Nope.
He was like, look at the draw.
Luck of the draw. Nah, man. I do think they should tip on the wine.
Absolutely, bro. Just take care of your service, and because
if you can spend $10,000 on the fucking wine,
you can
bro,
spend
you can
$2,500 to make sure that because the thing is, once you get a bottle that fucking expensive, there's always going to be something wrong.
Oh
with
my
it.
God.
The cork falls apart. I had to go get our fucking sommelier to go pour that shit because he wanted me to do it. I was like, I'm not fucking doing that.
I've fucked up some bottles before. Like some these are bottles that people have brought in. We don't have like super old bottles. I think we have like a 2012.
I think that might be the oldest.
And then we have like a 2006 like Opus 1 shit like that. That's really fucking old.
Yeah, but that's
But
you're not gonna sell a lot of that. But
and that's like a $1,500 bottle.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's like a $3,000 bottle. I'm tripping.
Yeah. What the fuck did I sell for Tinger? I don't even know what the fuck I sold for Tinger.
I don't know. But I've like people have brought in like old ones, like a 2001, like anything. I don't give a fuck what it is. The fucking cork, the fucking cork will be disintegrated into the fucking wine. And it's like, yeah, the wine is corked, but it's also old as fuck, and they want to drink this shit. You know what I mean? So you go in there, bitch, with your little wine key.
And that shit just, and as you're pulling,
it just turns into shit. Now you got to go get you a fucking.
What the fuck is that clamp shit? And then
you got you a clamp that goes down. You got a funnel. You got to get a fucking what's those shit called?
The
colander, not colander.
What
the hell is it called? Strainer. Yeah. What the fuck?
Into like a
I didn't
funnel,
remember what the fuck it's called.
Pours it into the decanter, and I gotta sit there. And the thing is,
watch, make sure there's no sediment.
And I gotta make sure I'm catching it before the sediment gets there.
Yeah.
But then also, people fucking forget while I'm doing all this bullshit.
I have 4 other tables that are being neglected.
That are looking like.
What
and they
the
always
fuck?
have this dumb look on your face, like.
Yeah.
They needed a lot from you.
Yeah.
Oh, what did they get?
And they're also like at the same time like, oh yeah, well, they're probably getting super tipped from them, so I don't think I should have to tip him that much.
He'll be okay.
He'll be all right.
And you're like, bitch,
this bitch ain't even tipping on the wine.
They brought this bitch in, and we don't even do corkage fees,
right.
bro.
We don't even do them
because
our corkage fee is $15.
You know who? Big Poppy changes it to 25. It's hilarious. I watch him do it every time.
How does he do it?
Open food, open wine, corkage. 25. He's like, fuck that.
yeah. But it is just a way to that's money that you're just not going to get in a tip.
No.
It's going to piss me off. You give me a corkage fee, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Unless I'm being OD. Like, if I'm bringing 3 bottles of wine.
Yeah, you do that. If I'm going to open multiple bottles, once we get past 2.
Past 2, come on.
And also,
come on now.
I'll be less inclined to do a corkage if it's 3 bottles, if you got at least cocktails in between.
Yeah, if you have cocktails, I'm going to buy cocktails. Yeah. I'm not going to go somewhere and be that cheap motherfucker that's going to be
brought in wine.
I just brought my own wine in.
I'm just going to say,
so this. I don't have to pay for drinks and shit at your job.
Yeah, and that also brings up another thing, is I watched, we said, you think it's like Frank Ski, right?
I don't know who it is.
I don't know who this cat is.
Oh, this is talking about, Black Nightlife?
Yeah.
And how it's so like gouged. When you go to Black-owned nightlife, anything, you're gonna have to pay
to enter.
No, $20 to park. You might even be parking yourself. I've done this. Yeah. I've gone places where you're parking yourself.
Yeah,
you're not valeting.
Nope.
And you still gotta pay. You gotta pay $20 to park in this lot. Or whatever.
That's right next door. Or right next to, like, across the street.
Across the street.
Or right next to the building.
Oh, yeah.
And that shit makes no sense. Because you own this parking lot.
Oh, my God. Bro, strip clubs. I don't know. Listen, we'll get back to the strip club part. But, yeah. Because you be literally parking. You be parking across the world to get to Onyx. And the parking in Onyx parking lot is $100.
Yeah, which is crazy.
But yeah, I guess that's a different clientele though. That's niggas.
That's a different type of style.
You will see one of the Migos.
Yeah.
You
see every supplier,
every hood nigga with $1 million in that bitch.
Yeah, just
at all times.
Not even $1 million. He flipped a brick.
Yeah.
Earlier that week and just got like 1,700 or a couple stacks.
Everybody with all the bread is I don't give a fuck. $100 here. I think that's why. Why do we gouge? Okay, so you gotta pay regular places. We're not talking about having fucking dope boys and everybody going like we're talking about regular fucking
going out to a lounge.
A black owned lounge. Why do I have to pay $20 to valet? That's not valet.
That's not valet.
Then I gotta pay another $20.
Or even if it's valet, why am I paying $20 to valet?
Yeah.
That is some like trapped on Disney property type prices.
Yes.
That's what Atlanta be doing with Disney.
Every yeah. And then
20 to get in.
20 to get in.
If you're a guy, sometimes I've had a security guard told me to my face 30. I laughed in that motherfucker's face. I said, I'm not paying $30 fucking dollars.
So to do what? To go in and spend money in your establishment?
To stand around and get my shit stepped on by somebody? I'm like, I got 2 choices. I can allow this motherfucker to keep kicking my fucking shoes.
Right.
Or I can fight with him. And
keep kicking my fucking shoes.
Like, bro, stepped on my shit, pushed past me and a shorty I'm trying to talk to.
Right.
Or I got somebody with me. And then $20 in drinks again. Because then we bugging out. And then, okay. Yeah. $20 for the drinks. And then you're not going to do one. And if you're trying to holler at something or you got somebody with you, you're going to get a drink for them.
Right.
And they're going to sit here
and there's going to be an automatic gratuity.
For what? Because this drink fucking sucks.
And they be watering, they water down that shit, man. Oh, but yeah, but then they get you goddamn, you get you a $400 bottle of tequila
to pay to sit on a couch
in your little section. In your little cubicle.
Well, but everybody know you just there, like, sections are just there to make you look cool. Sections aren't the cool spot. I mean,
it's not a place to like, not a place to be. I mean, I guess unless you have all of the people that you want in your section. Like if you're going to if it's just like, say if it's just the guys, it's 6 of us in the section. Do we just automatically, we are competing with all the other guys who have their sections who be like, nah, don't go. The girls don't go to their section. Come to my section.
Come here. I got these bottles.
I got these bottles.
It's like you ever
what
seen
the
those
fuck,
bottle
bro?
war videos?
Yeah.
You ever seen those shit? Oh my god, this is the most ignorant shit I've ever seen. Dudes will just buy bottles, and the bottle wars. Like, I thought it was just trying to buy the most bottles, get the most girls to sign and sparklers. Nah, bro. What they be doing is buy the bottles and then just pour them out.
What?
Yeah, and then like they'll just start doing it all around. Like they're like, dudes, like, I don't care.
And you know, that had to be started by somebody who worked for that fucking place. And then they were just pouring out water. They were just pouring out water. Like, dog, that's the best marketing scheme. Bottle Wars is the dumbest shit I've ever heard of.
Bro, I've been in sections and clubs and stuff like that. You know when someone buys a bottle? I can't recall. Please tell me you've been out probably just as much as me or more. Do you ever recall like watching a bottle girl break the seal? No, right? Name how many times you break the plastic seal.
I think they already take that off.
Why? No, keep that shit the fuck on.
Right. I don't remember them like the thing that you have to like pull
like how
up.
We open the wine bottle. Yeah. Like rip. Yeah. No. Exactly. Because I ordered Don Julio Reposado, and it is $350. Or fuck it, I ordered Don Julio 1942.
600.
You could put any Reposado in that.
Yes, you can.
You can put any Reposado in that.
And then
shit.
put what I have seen is that little like just that little piece of tape.
Yeah.
That little like orange piece of tape. That like that's like
the seal type of shit.
But I don't see, because you buy a bottle of fucking it has that little plastic thing that you can fight with. Yes, and you have to get your nail and it's a perforated thing to get. I don't see that at that. You're right. It's a scam. It's a scam. Oh my god, it's a scam.
It's a scam.
Yeah. So no, it could very well be like. It could very well be some fucking Casamigos.
Bro, nightlife here in Atlanta doesn't make sense.
I don't think it does. I don't go out anymore like that.
Yeah,
no.
nah, I don't.
Because it doesn't. Yeah, you shit. Crash out. He'll invite me to the fucking strip club, or y'all to strip club. I've done it.
Yeah, I've done it as well.
It's just like there's no fucking point anymore, man.
It doesn't do the thing for me anymore.
It doesn't do the thing.
Doesn't, yeah, and it used to be great. It used to be like, you're young and you're like, yeah, it's a great time now. Now you like, I guess now is like, the money that you're making is, it always has it has something on it. Like when you make your money, you're like, this money is for this.
Right.
This money's for this. This is for this. This like bam. So when you start having that like leftover, you start realizing what you can use that leftover money for.
Right.
Save it by, I didn't need to get a haircut this week, but I can do it this week.
Right.
Or I can take myself out, or go do this, that. So when you start like going out to places, you start noticing stuff, and like it's really, I think it's a level of like a lack of respect that people here in Atlanta have for money.
Yeah,
I definitely think it's just like we're not worried about it. Like I'm not gonna say I say we, but that's people in Atlanta. I'm not worried about my money, but I think about my money.
But why are we doing it to our own people though? You know what I mean? Because you go to any black clubs like that, they're busting your fucking head open. They're busting your head open, and then you go to a fucking white club. The parking is fucking.
It's just a parking lot.
It's a parking lot.
It's just a parking lot. They're like, go ahead.
I mean, it's Atlanta, so you'll have to pay for parking, which is what, maybe $6 fucking dollars.
Yeah, street
on the
parking.
fucking street parking, whatever. But like, you also don't have to fucking pay a cover.
Yeah.
To get in that bitch.
It's usually. And even if there is a cover, the parking is free, then there's a cover, $10. $10.
At most, $10.
Yeah. And it'd be like, if they are doing like ladies night, ladies really are free, and the guy's $10.
Right.
And then I hate to say it, but like you ever notice that sometimes Do you think it's a certain level of gouging happens? People try like, unfortunately, a lot of times I feel like in black business stuff like that, we try to make the most amount of money possible.
Yeah, why the fuck are lamb chops $40?
And they're skinny as shit. And there's only 3 of them bitches.
Why is that? Why the fuck are oxtails $50?
Yeah, because
My nigga.
The oxtail thing is because white people discovered that it's delicious. Because remember, they used to give it to black folks because it was trash.
Yeah.
And then culture started making it better and stuff like that, so it started becoming a thing. So they're like, gouge them as much as possible. When it comes to clubs and stuff like that, of why they're gouging, they want to make the most of money, and
Money.
it also is one of those things I learned. Like, you ever see like people say, or I've heard about, like, owning a gas station isn't a good business. Like, you never really make money owning a gas station because you're paying so much for the gas, and you have to, right? So that's why you ever go to a gas station like a Mobil or something like that that's privately owned, they never have prices on anything. You'll grab it, you walk up to the thing, all of a sudden you're at $6 for 2 packs of Skittles and Arizona. You're like, how much was the Skittles? $2.35. What? Or if you go to some place now, they'd be like $4 for the bag of, damn near $5 for the bag of things. I'm like, damn, bro, I used to like going to the gas station and just grab some candy and peel.
I used to go to the gas station and steal.
Yeah, I get that. I get it. Why?
Let's go to the corner store. Yeah,
Exactly. I get why.
but no, that was younger.
I was young. He's like, I mean, I don't know.
But that was back when I was also going there and, you know what I mean, have $3 and come out with like fucking snacks.
Mad snacks. I had snacks to walk to school or to walk back home from. And like, bro, I don't understand inflation or whatever. But I think it might be a little bit of like, not reverse racism, but like inner racism, because I think maybe sometimes you go to a black club, it usually gets fucked up by somebody.
Yeah.
Some like.
And then but I'm saying like, I don't know.
So they're
man.
trying to get their. It's just a level of price gouging that I think we do to our own people that I don't understand.
Because I think it's like a flexing thing too. Because love the flex. They love the flex.
Yeah.
They love the flex.
Like, yeah, it's like.
Flexing it's an Atlanta thing though too. It's like it's not just a black thing. It's an Atlanta thing. In Atlanta, like scammers love to flex.
Yeah,
they want you to know I can throw away money.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing.
I'm gonna get it back. They make like every rap song is like spend the check and get it right back. But
yeah, it's
kind of like, if you got that check, held on to some of that, and it got another one right back. You'd have more.
You'd have way more. But the thing is, like, the scammers are so good at scamming.
Yeah,
they literally can just spend ungodly amounts of money on nothing. On nothing. And you know what I mean? That's, hey, get it how you live. Mm-hmm. I ain't knocking you. You know what I'm saying? Do your fucking thing. You know what I mean? Stick it to the banks or whatever that are fucking us over. But you know what I mean? Okay. Like, still, like the regular person, like the regular the middle age, not middle age, the middle class.
Yeah, middle class. You're pushing
gentleman is getting pushed out, and you are now going to have people who are, riffraff. Now you got somebody who has the money to put some money on somebody's head. Because they fucked them over in the club. They stuffed on his shoes or some shit.
Exactly.
And nigga outside that spent $2,000 on a bottle or two to pour it out. It also has a couple $1,000s in guns in his trunk. And he doesn't give a fuck.
He just spent $2,000. What the fuck does he care?
He don't give a fuck.
I get this money right back, bro.
Yeah. But no, man, it's definitely a culture thing. We gotta stop having black businesses charge more just because they're black.
Yeah, yes.
It's literally it's ridiculous. Yes. That's the only thing that they're charging.
You go in the place, you're like, this is about to be crazy priced.
Yeah.
And I think it's also one of those things of like, I don't want to fuck it. We're talking about it like that. Black people do a better job of setting up their businesses. Why are you like, if your prices reflect where you are, why are you in the most expensive place? Like people that own boutique shops in Buckhead Square, Buckhead Plaza. Why would you? You're a first time business owner. Why would you buy? You know how much the overhead for that rental
Yeah.
space is? Why would you, when you could, I get it, you want to be where the movers and shakers are, but you know you can do that in fucking Chamblee.
Yeah.
And if your shit's good enough, people will just come up to Chamblee. I'm not telling you to be in fucking Norcross. I'm not telling you to do that. Or I'm not telling you have to be on the south side of the city that's so far out. But you ain't got to be in Midtown. You don't have to be in Midtown, bro, for you to get sales. But don't nobody buy shit in Midtown.
And a lot of people buy shit on fucking the internet.
So you don't even need the fucking brick and mortar.
Like, yeah.
You don't need the physical shit. You don't. So you can do it online. Or you can just, like, you know what does it to me all the time? Pond City Market.
Yeah. Pond City Market is
Pond
crazy.
City Market has really cool little spots in there, bro, and I want to shop there. But what the fuck is this book $75 for?
I don't know.
Why is this stone ring? And I get it. I respect it takes time to make. $250?
Yeah.
You said this was quartz, bro. Quartz? How much is limestone? I'm sorry. What? What the fuck, bro? Like,
This is quartz. How much is fucking limestone? What about some fucking some calcium or some shit? What? Talcum powder. Like, make some fucking. How much would a talcum? How much would a talcum stone be?
Yeah, like what the fuck, bro? Like,
That's
why
funny.
is this 150? Like, and the thing is, like, and that's why I think a lot of them don't last long.
Yeah,
because you price yourself out.
Yeah.
Because if I'm creating something like whatever it is, you find like a little spot that has like a decent overhead. You can price your stuff at a certain level to get everybody in there.
The thing is, bro, people want that margin. I think new businesses especially. They want that quick flip, bro. Like, you want to flip, you want to put $200,000 into your business and then get $200,000 out of your business in like a month or two.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, that's not a sustainable fucking practice. You are literally overcharging, and you're not gonna have happy people.
Nope.
You're not gonna have return people.
Nope.
It's gonna be a revolving door. You know, people coming in and they're leaving. They're not gonna be like, oh yeah, let me come in. Let me actually come back. You know what I mean?
Because they I was dude from Bar Rescue, John Taffer or whatever his name is. Mm-hmm. He did something with Gary Vee, and he said it's not the first time the customer comes in. He's like it's the third time. Is when you get, they're like 5%. It's like 5% chance that after the first time they'll come back. Second time it goes up to like 15%. They said after the third time they come in is 70% chance of them becoming a consistent customer, patron, guest, or whatever. So you got to impress people 3 times.
And if you gouge them the first time, who the fuck wants, nigga, I'm not going back to that place.
Bro, how many times have you been someone with, like, not even so much you're a shorty now, like you're a shorty in the past where you go in and you're like, how?
I'm like, yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
You go, all right, you buy it, you walk out, and you look at it, we're never coming back here.
Right. It's just like, was that worth it?
Was that
no?
Yeah, no.
It wasn't worth it.
You get it and you go, I'm not buying that for you again. I said that to shorty. I'm like, oh, I'm never coming back in here again.
Yeah, so you don't have
You can come back in here.
You don't have to worry about this.
You don't have to worry about me ever buying. I hope this lasts forever. Why?
Right.
I'm never buying that again.
Yeah.
Because
there's definitely. So actually, I can say this about the Buckhead bars. You know why the Buckhead bars got so popular?
Because they're cheap.
It was fucking cheap.
Yeah.
Like,
easy.
You weren't having covers, and then where'd you have a cover at? You had a cover at fucking place that burnt down. What's the shit was called?
Saloon.
Saloon, yeah.
Yeah.
And you had fights at Saloon all the fucking time.
Yeah.
You had the shit going. Bro, I remember the last time I went to Saloon before it burnt down.
Yeah.
I think it was with me. It was me, L.A. Was it L.A.? Was L.A. there? I don't know. Somebody. It was me.
I think it was you, L.A. and Crashaw. I know it was you,
Crashaw.
Crashaw at least.
Bro, as soon as we got in that bitch, nigga, it was a fucking
You told me about that.
it was a fucking brawl, bro. I'm like, dog, I just paid money to get in this bitch.
I remember.
And we brawling already, nigga. Like, just pick up some.
And they kicked y'all right back out.
Right the fuck out,
they
bro.
Shut the whole shit down. And you're
Shut
like,
down.
And you weren't even in. You're like,
where the fuck? What
I
the?
don't even think y'all got. I think y'all had gotten to the bar, and they're like, all right, time to go. And you're like,
yes,
I didn't even. Order.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, and
I'm like, bro, I don't want to deal with that. I would. Why am I paying a cover to fucking? And also, you have to pay for parking. Well, you think you had to pay for parking back there.
I mean,
if you can find parking, I mean, it's a Buckhead though. You can find.
Yeah, you can find.
You can find some place,
and it's walking distance. You can park in an apartment.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It's
not bad, but still, it's like, bro. And then you have a fucking whole strip of places that are just like, come in here. Mm-hmm. They might be playing some different type of music, but they got fucking $8 shots of fucking Jameson.
I ain't never seen nobody shut down 5 paces.
Right.
I've walked past that shit consistently.
And it's open.
And it like.
And somebody is selling cocaine in there.
Oh, yeah. It's dirty.
A couple people are selling cocaine in there.
Yeah, I walked past the other day, they had like a fucking burger pop-up outside of it. I said, see, this is the kind of place. I was like, let me get a burger. And I went right back to my car and left.
Yeah.
But like, this is the shit that I don't know, man. Like, and like you said, it's the quick flip. And I think people lose track of that. I think
it's not a sustainable business model.
Not a sustainable business plan. And also, I think it's people getting into that shouldn't own or getting into business that get into business.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are not businessmen who are owning businesses.
Yep, and
like you can't even think about you can't think of. Okay, so one thing, you have to put most of your money that you make from your business into your business.
Most businesses are not. You're not in the black for at least the first year to 2.
Oh, like multiple years. You're not in green to where you're making profit.
Why do you think the IRS allows your business not to make money for 3?
It's 5 years.
5 years?
5 years.
5 years.
You
can report losses for 5 years. The 5th year, they'll be like, you should close this bitch.
Yeah.
Like,
if you aren't making profit by the 5th year of having your business, it's a failed business, and you now have to make profit, or you have to close your business.
Close a business. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like people lose track of, like you said, I put $200,000 in. I should be up 400 bands by August.
Right. And
brother,
then
it's February.
and you should not be going on fucking trips to Dubai because you just have a new fucking business and you have you have a Mercedes AMG C65. Like, what are you doing?
Pulling up like calm down. Like,
it's all about flexing in Atlanta, bro. That's what I'm saying. They're fucking. It's just flexing, and you're not. You can't. The reason they're charging that is because they want to flex. Everything here is about faking it till you make it. Mm-hmm. So they've spent their money wrong.
Yep.
And now they're having to fucking come up with all this money that I have to make this money now to keep up with my car payment or keep up with the house I just bought or keep up with me tricking off at fucking Onyx or like some shit, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta park at the front of Blue Flame.
I gotta park at the front. I own a business. I gotta pour out a bottle of fucking Don Julio
to show I matter to me.
So that's why I charge $50 for 3 little lamb chops at my establishment and rape you over the fucking coals.
You want to be here? It's like, Atlanta's the Mecca. You got to get your money up. And I'm like,
it's the Mecca of faking. We do have the most black wealthy people.
Wealth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Us in DC.
But that's why it's also like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas got to fake it.
Yeah.
Because like I could literally be one of those wealthy people, right? If I just look like I do,
then people will come to me like faking it till you make it cool and all, but it's not. People got to get out of that because you got to fake it because you're learning while you're doing it.
Right.
All these people are doing just faking it just to fake it to get people to throw them more money, and it's like when people do that, you kind of like, why would I trust you with this? Why would I like?
What's your
doing this for what reason exactly?
Right.
Because if you were just sometimes that people hunker down and just do their business and just, hey man, give it time.
Especially restaurants, bro.
And restaurants are so fucking hard to keep open.
They are, bro. The margin for restaurants. If you talk to restaurant opens at owners who have, so most restaurants fail within the first year.
Yeah.
Right. I think it's like 80% of restaurants.
Last
fail.
episode I said 200 restaurants in Midtown and in Atlanta, downtown Atlanta, have closed.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like they're not. It's the prioritization of what you're doing. And like your pricing, you're gonna have a boom when you first open, and then that fades the fuck away.
Yeah, because everyone gets used to it.
Yeah, and especially if you're
good service,
if you're not giving them good service, or you're not giving them a good value, if you're not giving good value, it just turns into why the fuck am I doing this?
Yeah,
I don't want to go back there.
Yeah,
I'll find somewhere else new. That I might be paying the same amount, but I'm just gonna find a new place where I can get tired of the next place that's new.
And just
You know what I
move
mean?
on and jump.
That's why so many fucking businesses are just gonna fail. So many fucking businesses are popping up all the places that people are just gonna gouge you because they want to flex either on Instagram or at Allure, where it is actually $100 to get in.
Wild shit.
Allure on Cheshire Bridge.
Yeah, why is it? Is that place fucking nice?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's not. I mean, well, yeah. So he's not gonna be $100 on like a Thursday or some shit.
Yeah, no, of course not. But I'm like,
Unless Futures are there.
Then you're kind of like, yeah, man.
Allure is top notch strip club in Atlanta.
Okay. Then that's the moments where you kind of go, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, that's all we got today, man.
Yeah, man.
It's a quick episode. How many? Well, actually, I don't even know how long. I don't know how long it's been. I don't know how long. It doesn't tell us. So I've been trying to.
No, we're at an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, swear to God.
Yeah, swear to God.
Hey, we gotta stop.
Yeah, it's 3:04.
We're gonna have to cut a lot of this out.
I mean, yeah,
we'll see what's up.
Yeah, what's up?
All right.
Hit
the.
I appreciate you guys catching our episode today. We have had a great time doing this. This has always been so much fun. We are trying to make this our job.
Yeah.
We're a gradual process. We are excited for what the season has to hold. Mayari will be back next week with his sickly ass.
Sick ass nigga, man.
Fucking awful.
Bitch! No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, that's the homie. That's the
homie. Hope he
just wanted to get him.
My boy.
Yeah, because I was sick one day too.
Yeah,
you guys, that's when they did the little.
I'm the only one that hasn't missed a day.
Yeah. But mine was after the Super Bowl too. I was like fucked up. I would not be able to be on a mic. I was sounding like this. Fuck that.
We are thankful that you have chosen to watch us. If you have gotten this far, thank you very much. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your other mamas and your other aunties about everybody's favorite service in the A. We are here to provide hilarity, comedy, and a little bit of introspection into the mindset and the lifestyle of someone in the hospitality industry of the South. As always, I'm your boy E.Mays. To my left, as always, that boy Riq the Closer.
Riq the Closer.
And we are your closers. And guess what?
Gratuity's always included.
It is. As you can tell in this episode, we do not trust y'all.
We don't.
We can't afford it.
Yeah.
But anyways, as always, thank you very much. We are your closers, and we are
closed.